Hey Malachi, how are you today?
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. How was this process for you during going into the NBA draft, and what is your expectation for the next season?
Yeah, so the process has been good. It's been a good learning experience. Met a lot of guys throughout this process, working out against them. And then what was your other question again? I'm sorry.
What's your expectation for the next season and the main goal for you?
Yeah, really the expectation is kind of just work as hard as I can, control what I can control. And hopefully that's and make the team better, and also help the team win games. So whoever picks me.
Malachi, thanks for doing this. Just wanted to ask you about when you look at that Nick roster and kind of their direction. What do you think about your fit there? And also, I know you had a workout with them. Do you have anything else scheduled with them, or have you had anything with them since that workout?
Yeah, so since the next workout, I've had a couple others. I went to Washington, OKC, Houston. And then, I kind of see myself fitting in the Knicks roster to answer your question, just as a shot maker, also a facilitator as well, be able to space the floor out and, make plays for others.
Thanks.
James Ham.
Hey, Malachi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Hey, just wondering, can you list off who you've worked out for and if you've had any conversations with the Sacramento Kings?
Yeah, so I had a workout with New Orleans. I haven't worked out with Sacramento, but I did talk to them during the combine when I was in Chicago. But I worked out with probably like 8 teams, so New Orleans, Chicago, Atlanta, the 3, 4 I listed, OKC, Houston, Washington, Cleveland. So yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Brian Lewis.
Hey, Malachi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you. Yep.
Okay, thanks for doing this.
Yes,
question. So you mentioned the teams that you worked out for. I thought I had read that you met with Brooklyn. Is that accurate? You met with them and did not?
I met with Brooklyn at the combine. Yes, sir.
Okay, but they have not worked out.
No workout. No,
I'm just curious. I mean, for a team, that's in their situation, they don't have a single pick, first or second round. I mean, what kind of, questions does a team in that rare situation ask a player of your caliber, where you're obviously going to be going higher? What kind of things were they curious about, or what were they looking for?
Yeah, they kind of just wanted to get to know me, get to know what kind of person I was, my family, and, just asking questions about how I thought about the games and, just stuff like that. It wasn't nothing too crazy.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
Okay, up next is Danielle Lerner.
In your conversations and workout with the Rockets, just how do you see yourself fitting in with their backcourt? They've got a couple of younger players and recent draft picks there as well.
Really, I can see my fitting in Houston very well, actually. Like you said, they got young guys. They get out and run. And, like I said, my shot making ability. And also just being able to do what I can on the court to help the team.
Okay, up next, Kelchia Aiko. Is that? I think I just murdered your name.
No, that's fine. Hey Malachi, just another question for Houston. Now you're seeing the days of 3-and-D guards trying to be able to switch 1 through 4 or 5. Being on the team that has Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr., where do you see yourself, slotting into that lineup potentially and kind of helping out a team that struggled on defense last season?
Yeah, people. That's what I've been focusing on this process, actually, just being stronger on the defensive end. Just making it tough on guys, offensive players. So, like you said, being a 3-and-D guy is very important and valuable in this league.
Okay, up next, Alder Almo.
Hi, Malachi. Thanks for doing this. I would just like to ask, how did the workout with the Knicks go, and what did you see in that roster that their potential in the future?
Can you say that again? It's a little, the background kind of noisy. I'm sorry.
Okay. Sorry about that. Hi, Malachi. I would like to ask, how did the workout with the Knicks go?
Yeah, the workout with the Knicks went good. It had Dyson Daniels, Ty Washington, Josh Minette, a couple of those guys, being in the first round, high picks in the lottery. And it went good. It was very competitive. It was a good workout.
Thank you.
Okay, up next, Brian Kobrowski.
Hey, Malaki, how's it going?
How you doing?
Doing well. So I think when, you first declared for the draft, knowing you're a St. Vincent, St. Mary's guy, Ohio State, I obviously kind of expected you to go to Clutch, but I see you're wearing the family shirt, first time agency, right? I think you're their first client. What made you choose to go with the family and take that opportunity on to be their first marquee client?
Yeah, it was definitely a good opportunity for me. I knew a couple of people in the agency already, just building relationships. And I felt like that was just the biggest key for me, building relationships and feeling comfortable, with the people that's going to tell me what I need to do. So I felt more comfortable with the family, and that's why I chose it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, up next, Spencer Davies.
Spencer Davies, Batstorms.com. Hey, Malachi, at the end of the season and really the second half of the season, you really were able to pick your spots a lot better. Getting to that mid-range area, how much of that do you think is going to translate to the next level? And then also being in this process with EJ, how fun has that been?
Yeah, get to my spots. That's what I've been working on my whole life. So I know it's gonna be a little difficult, longer guys, quicker guys. But I feel like, it's a lot more spacing in the NBA. Not a lot of people are in gaps, heavy gaps in college. But me and AJ, we've been talking, texting. I've been in a couple workouts with them, like Cleveland and Houston. So, we've been able to talk throughout this process, and we just really want to see each other win and see each other get drafted too. So
thanks, man. Good luck.
Sir, thank you.
Okay, up next, Andrew Schlelt.
Yeah, Andrew Schlecht of The Athletic. Malachi, you mentioned that you worked out for OKC. What was the feedback like from the Thunder, and then how do you think that you'd fit with their young core?
Yeah, the feedback was good. I talked to all the coaches. I went out to dinner with them, and we just had a good time. And then I feel like I can fit in with the young core very good. OKC is rebuilding, but they're also rebuilding with young talent, and I feel like I can be in there with that young talent. So,
thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, does anyone else have a question? I have several with their hands still up. Kelsey, go ahead.
Kelsey Roos of The Athletic. Hey, Malachi. Obviously, being an Ohio guy, what was it like working out with the Cavs, and what was the feedback that they gave you about what you could bring there?
Yeah, it was good. Always good being back in Ohio. I haven't been in Ohio in like 2 months, so it was good being back. And the feedback was just basically saying, the head coach is gonna play young guys. He gonna throw them in the fire. And just saying, just be ready when your name is called. So, yeah.
Thanks.
Yep.
Alder, did you have another question? Okay, Jonathan Bradley.
Hey, Malachi, thanks for your time today. So you mentioned earlier, speaking to the Kings at the Combine, how do you think that you fit on that roster with guys like Fox and Sabonis? Mm-hmm. And also, what do you think is the one thing that sets you apart from the rest of the draft class?
Yeah, I feel like I can be a good two-way. a 2 for De'Aaron Fox, a shooting guard for him, spacing out the floor. You know, he's a good, crafty guard, also a good facilitator as well. You know, with Sabonis, we can play 2-man game a lot. So that would be good. And then I feel like for me, what separates me is just really just me being efficient in my scoring and what I do on the court. I do it at a high clip. I feel like shooting the ball, scoring, like I feel like I'm a good, efficient player. So I feel like that's kind of what I do best out of everybody in the draft class.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Alder, do you have a question? Do we have any other further questions? Christos?
Malaki, who's the player that inspired you most as a kid, or the player that you compare yourself in the NBA right now?
Yeah, so I watched a lot of Devin Booker, Chris Middleton, Karis LeVert, those guys. I watched a lot of them just to see how they get to their spots. So I say those guys right there.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Do we have any further questions for Malaki? Brian Lewis?
Hey, Malaki. I'm just curious, when you were at the Combine and you met with and you talked with Brooklyn, with the Nets, do you have any recollection of who you actually spoke to, whether it was, say, the GM, Sean Marks, or was it Steve Nash, the coach? Do you have any recollection?
Yeah, so Steve Nash was supposed to come, but I think he got caught up. But I did see him after my interview. I said what's up to him, but that was that. But it was some of the other guys. I don't remember who their names was, but
okay.
Okay, thanks. And Alder does have one more question.
Hi, Malaki. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Just to follow up on my question earlier, what's the feedback that did you get from the Knicks organization?
Yeah, I got some good feedback from the Knicks. You know, just me being able to shoot the ball at a high clip. You know, they really like that, and me being able to space the floor as a 2 guard. You know, they like that stuff, so they was interested in me.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we have time for 2 more questions. We'll go with Brian Lewis and then Brian Kobrowski.
I apologize. He answered my question. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I should have taken my end down. My fault.
Not a problem. Brian Kobrowski.
Malaki, I'm also curious, you know, based off of where you were this time last year, would you have ever expected to be someone who got an invitation to the green room, or is this something that is like even kind of past your wildest dreams? Because I think that, you know, this is not necessarily where you were expected to be at last year, but here you are anyway, and it's awesome to see.
Yeah, well, I feel like I expected this from myself. I know a lot of people didn't, but I expected it, and it's definitely a dream come true. You know, you always want to be in a green room, shake the commissioner's hand, you know, hearing your name called with your family. So this has always been a dream of mine, and I'm glad it's almost here.